This chess player has 23,000 hours in the game. According to some experts, that should be more than enough to have mastered chess. But this player is not a master at all. His rating is 1300. Now obviously this is respectable, as a 1300 can beat more than most chess players. But after playing around 600,000 games and suffering 475,000 losses, you would have thought that he would get better eventually. So what's the secret to this person? Do they have tactical weaknesses? Are they hard stuck? Are they even trying to improve? Or is it something we've never seen before? Ladies and gentlemen, meet German 11, the most experienced chess player of all time. We are going to start off by looking at his games that he is playing right now, and together we can try and find some weaknesses in his play that keep him where he is. We are looking at a very funky position. I have no idea what this is, and already I'm seeing that he has an immediately bad position. Best move here would have been to take on f7. His walking his king into this diagonal is not a good idea, for the reason that anywhere this knight moves, it's gonna come with check. And of course, the knight moved, he's bringing it back. As I just said, German 11 needs to give up the rook, and he does. So I'm not sure yet if maybe these tactics are going to be a major weakness of his, because as I said, he should have taken that knight straight away. And he plays bishop g5. I don't really agree with this move. The point being is that, as you can see, he is down 4 points of material. By playing bishop g5, he is offering trades, and when you're offering trades down material, you're just basically speed running, losing the game even quicker. And here he's actually just hung his knight, which obviously isn't good. I do feel like these tactics and hanging pieces are going to be a very prevalent problem. And as you can see, if we count the material, we've got a bishop for a knight, we've got a rook for a rook, but white has an extra rook, and it's just not looking good. His opponent is also a 1700, so if they play well, which they should, this should be an easy cleanup. In all fairness, he should resign. This position is completely lost. To summarize this game, well, from what we saw, because we hadn't even seen the whole game, it just looked like he was missing very basic moves. Is he going to play another game? He usually plays all the time. We're in a second game now, and his opponent is actually lower rated than him. German 11 is actually following some very topical plans, playing c3. Should hopefully tuck the bishop on c2 and play d4. We don't need to worry about this, however, we do need to worry about bishop h3 as a threat. Now, we have seen that German isn't seeing some of these threats, so I wonder if he will see that bishop h3 is a threat. Okay, he sees it, but I don't like this at all. I just feel like, yeah, you can sacrifice. I just feel like a sacrifice is almost guaranteed. Even if it doesn't work, it just feels like the right thing to do. After takes, that comes with check. This could just very quickly not end well. It just seems to be he's just falling for very simple tactics, but he plays d4. There's just holes, and his opponent hangs the queen, and he sees it. That's good. There's just so much like bad stuff going on here. We can start to see like what the problem is. He obviously just hasn't played enough chess. He's missing too many things. Oof. And he's against a almost 2100 rated opponent, and they have berserked. I reckon this could probably not end well for German. His opponent has played a Sicilian, and as you can see down here, if we look at the record, they have played 7 times, and his opponent has beat him every single time. Oof. And that is not a good practical decision. This pin is going to be very harmful, and giving up the light square bishop wasn't good, because we needed that bad boy. Again, there's just so many holes in his play. It just seems like he just doesn't know what he's doing. Black is playing this almost perfectly, just allowing the trades. They're just gonna probably double their rooks. But it does seem to be that some of the most prevalent errors that German is making is just very basic oversights, like not seeing the pieces are defended. You can tell Black knows what he's doing here. You've got the 2 pawns versus 1. You're just going to create a fast pawn, get the majority. King will be forced to catch it, and Black is going to go scoop up all these pawns. It's over. This is like a really weird phenomenon, because it's like he is literally the most experienced chess player to have ever played. Like, nobody on earth has played 600,000 games, but yet for somebody so experienced, he's playing like he's a complete beginner, like he doesn't have experience, and I don't get that. Black is like kind of butchering this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised he's like let it get to this point, and yet Black is about to get a pawn to the end of the board. It's all over for German. We have taken a look at a couple of his games, and the main problems seem to be that he's just missing very, very basic moves. As I said, for somebody so experienced, literally the most experienced chess player, he's playing like he's just learned how the pieces move. However, there is something that I haven't told you guys. Around 2 years ago, I casually joined an hourly bullet arena, and by a stroke of luck, I got paired against him. I was virtually staring across from the most experienced chess player of all time. Despite him only having a rating of 1100, I was not going to underestimate him. Our game began with me having the white pieces, and I played my favorite opening. Pushing my pawn to c4, I played the English. The game wasn't too interesting at first, as I followed a setup that I played almost exclusively at the time. His opening moves weren't too bad either. He developed his pieces, castled his king, and so I started to push in the center of the board. As the game went on, I started to notice one thing: his clock. In the midst of playing all these moves in the opening, he had spent too much time thinking, and suddenly he was about to lose on time. After a couple of more moves, some more trades, the game ended with me capturing his bishop on e7, checking the king. He ran out of time and I had won. But why did this happen? Why is it that after a series of decent moves from him in the opening, is he so low on time? After looking into his profile, the pieces of the puzzle started to come together. One thing about this player that caught my eye is that he has contributed to 5 forum posts. And what this means is that he has spoken to other chess players on the website before. As a result, I might be able to find out the type of person this player is through what he talks about with others. After sifting and scrolling through various chat logs in this post named "Is German 11 a bot?", there was a message from the man himself, which reads, "To my person, I love chess, and I have many time and what looks to be retired and pensioner." What I believe this means is that he has been a retired man for a long time and simply spends his days playing chess. There is another comment left by a user, which is a very good summary of German 11. Of course he isn't, and by isn't he means he's not a bot. He's just a very active person who simply loves playing chess. And there is a very nice message that lies within the story of German 11, and that is to simply play chess for the love of chess, not for rating, ego, bragging rights, or even money, simply just because you love the game. Most people nowadays forget this and pride their entire self-worth on winning at chess. If this is you, let German 11, the most experienced chess player in the world, be a testament to playing for the love of the game and to stop you from weighing your self-worth on winning. As I mentioned at the start of the video, he may have spent more than enough time in order to master chess, but what's more important, mastering chess or playing for the love of the game? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Love you all, and goodbye.